And so, once more I try to record Birth of the Empires with the Omega Alliance. I'll note that I've only gotten this far so far, like 2 episodes, but hopefully this will be something you basically see in the future. I really shouldn't be showing you this playlist here because, it's very possible I may decide, nope, this is crap, not going to show you guys, but whatever. This is what I'm currently trying to record right now. But anyhow, I'll note at this point, by the way, that we've actually reached a point where, you basically seen, pretty much all the, episodes for Treasure Fleet basically pop up. I'll note there's basically a couple more, basically, until I get to the end, but, we're almost there. After that, I'll have a few, showcase videos for you guys, maybe explore video, who knows. And finally, after that, we'll be getting into, some new stuff. But before we get into that new stuff, I'll note that recently there was this, game that came out on Tabletop Simulator called Dawn of Zed. A new DLC basically to play. And as a side note, by the way, in terms of DLCs for Tabletop Simulator, this one was okay. And it's actually okay enough that I actually want to basically get up on my channel as soon as possible because it's actually one I may want to play cooperatively with Chorus Knight. The gist of this game is essentially it's like, a zombie survival cooperative game or versus game if you want to be that sort of gameplay. And essentially your job is basically to hold out against the hordes of zombies as they basically approach town. I thought it might be a cool game basically to play cooperative with Chorus Knight, but I figured I want to basically put up first the basic game here for Chorus Knight basically the view and see what he thinks of it. There's actually multiple levels basically of difficulty for this game, so it's kind of like the Captain is Dead, and I thought it'd be a really good game basically to play with him. So why not? As a side note, by the way, about the Captain is Dead, that DLC has mysteriously gone from the store page for Tabletop Simulator, and you may hear a little bit more about the Captain is Dead in the future, perhaps. Who knows? But whatever. Outside of that, I'll note that after this is basically put up, I'm finally going to get into showing off some Birth of the Federation videos here for the Ferengi. This is of course the first plays I basically did for this game here, and then once we get into this, we'll go into with Cardassians. We'll jump over the Birth of the Empires with Character Invaders. The Heian Tribune. This is a full playlist for you guys to see. And if I basically get this one done, this will pop up too. Alright, so that's basically going to be it for this video. The core parts of this video, but before I basically go, I'll note that this is basically the end of 2020. I don't plan to basically put up another video like this until 2021. And well, I figured I basically would go over something that's kind of important that is worth pointing out. So it's worth knowing that I'm basically playing Birth of the Federation here, and I commented that I may want to jump into it with the Klingons, the Federation, and the Romulans at some point. Something I may want to point out here is that this is old software I'm basically playing with Birth of the Federation, and I'm very fearful that in the future, for example, that a Windows update might come along and basically wipe this out and make it unplayable. So I'll note that right now, I'm putting up a whole lot of videos for Birth of the Federation, Birth of the Empires, basically for the core fact that these are old games that I'm always fearful that they may stop working because there's not a whole lot of updates being done to basically make these games playable at the moment. I don't think. I think work has basically stopped in both games, so that's something to watch out for. To some extent, it's also the same for Star Trek Armada here. So I may want if I want to do a playlist for it, I will have to basically do it soon, basically. But well, actually, I may actually start doing this one soon because after 5 playlists of Birth of the Federation, Birth of the Empires, I'll need something different, and this is different enough, I guess. But anyhow, I just want to throw out there that you may see me doing a lot of old software basically in the future, just so I can try and get out of get all the playlists I basically want to get done for them before they obsolete the software. So that's something to keep in mind. But anyhow, outside of that, if I get to it, we'll basically try and get those last Worm Summon missions out when they basically update the game. Treasure Fleet is being updated right now, by the way, so it's very possible that in the future you may see me do a French playlist I plan to do for it. And yeah, I plan to play the French with them because why not? Same with John Schreifer's at the gates. If he ever gets to update his game, I'll basically look into it. And of course there's all these multiplayer games if you want to play corners that I may decide to basically play a little bit more solo perhaps in the future. We'll see. But whatever. That's it for 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos thus far, and hope you basically keep watching. So take care.